They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Elliott. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The timeout here is we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson throwing again. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 39.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Going deep for his tight end, Clay. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Here's Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. 9:51. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line. 51's the mic.
Here's Jackson to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Jackson from the shotgun. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Man open right side. It's the tight end, Clay. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Charles Clay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going deep for Brown. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
To throw again. Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, let's go. Check back.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the toss, here's Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 51's the mic.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the couch.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Get it.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Got it. 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half from Murray. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
45 the mic, that's it. 45.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Trying to go back to Clay that time, and that'll bring up second down. Again to Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Don't be scared.
Murray going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Check, he's coming, he's coming. Hey, D-line, let's get in there, let's get in there.
Murray now on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
right, T, let's turn. All right, T. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Good track, good track.
Jackson to throw again. Flushed out right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. 3rd down here.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
March 43. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The end result, 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cardinals add on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
51, Mike. Mike 51. So don't say nothing.
Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Hey, let's get this, get this. 51's to Mike. 51's to Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, team.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson escaping the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Matt Judon there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 20th carry here for Elliott.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's Isabella open on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Murray now on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. On 3rd down, Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the creep.
Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At their 48-yard line.
Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. No chance. 43 is the mic. Hey, come on, now. Come on.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, here we go. 40's Mike, 40's the Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They go.
Here's the option. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Hey, whoa. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
3 buzz. Mike 35, Mike 35. Off. Let's go. Pick it up, G. 35's the Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 35, Mike 35. It's out.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Here we go. 7 ending. Go, D. Let's go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Arizona, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1.